Have you ever looked at someone successful and wondered, what do they have that I don't? Is it intelligence? Is it talent? Is it luck? Or were they simply born into better circumstances? Most people spend their entire lives believing that successful people possess something special that they themselves lack. They think success belongs only to the gifted, the lucky, or the privileged. But the truth is far more surprising. If success were only about talent, then every talented person would become successful. If success were only about intelligence, then every genius would become wealthy and fulfilled. If success were only about hard work, then millions of people working long hours every day would already be living their dream lives. Yet that is not what we see. We see talented people struggling. We see intelligent people stuck. We see hardworking people living average lives. And we also see ordinary people achieving extraordinary results. So what is the hidden truth? Why do most people never become successful? Today, we are going to uncover the real reasons, and some of these reasons may completely change the way you look at success forever. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that success happens suddenly. They see an entrepreneur become a millionaire. They see an athlete win a championship. They see a YouTuber gain millions of subscribers, and they think it happened overnight. But what they don't see are the years of effort, failure, learning, and persistence behind the scenes. Success is never a single moment. Success is a process. Imagine planting a seed in the ground. For days, weeks, and sometimes even months, nothing appears on the surface. Does that mean nothing is happening? Of course not. The roots are growing underground. The foundation is being built, and one day, the tree finally appears. Most people quit during the underground phase. They stop before results become visible. Successful people continue even when nobody can see their progress. That is the difference. Most people don't know what they truly want. They say they want success. But success in what? They want money. But how much? They want a better life. But what does that actually mean? Without clarity, effort becomes scattered. Imagine getting into a car and driving without a destination. You might drive for hours, you might use a lot of fuel, but you will never arrive anywhere meaningful. That is exactly how many people live. Busy but not productive. Active but not progressing. Successful people are clear. They know what they want, they know why they want it, and they know where they are going. Clarity creates direction. Direction creates action, and action creates results. Fear is one of the most powerful forces in human life. It stops dreams before they begin. It destroys opportunities before they are taken, and it convinces people to stay where they are. Many people never start because they are afraid of failing. They fear being judged, they fear making mistakes, they fear looking foolish. But here's the irony. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Every successful person has failed. Not once, not twice. Sometimes, hundreds of times. Thomas Edison reportedly tested thousands of designs before creating a practical light bulb. Many famous entrepreneurs faced rejection after rejection before achieving success. The difference is simple. Successful people view failure as feedback. Unsuccessful people view failure as defeat. One learns, the other quits, and that changes everything. People often underestimate the power of consistency. They get motivated, they work hard for a few days, they see no results, then they stop. A week later, they start again, then they stop again. This cycle continues for years. Success does not come from occasional effort. Success comes from repeated effort. Imagine pushing a huge rock. The first push may not move it. Neither may the second, or the third, or even the 100th. But every push matters. Every push builds momentum. And eventually the rock begins to move. Most people stop pushing too soon. Successful people keep pushing long enough to see results. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Motivation feels wonderful, but motivation is unreliable. Some days you feel inspired, some days you don't. If your success depends on motivation, you will never be consistent. That is where discipline comes in. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. It means waking up early when you want to stay in bed. It means working when others are wasting time. It means staying committed after the excitement disappears. The truth is simple. Your future is not built by what you do occasionally. It is built by what you do repeatedly. Small disciplined actions performed every day create extraordinary results over time. We live in a world of instant rewards, instant entertainment, instant food, instant shopping, instant dopamine. People have become addicted to quick pleasure, and because of that, they struggle with long-term success. Success requires delayed gratification. It requires sacrificing today's comfort for tomorrow's reward. Reading a book may not feel as exciting as scrolling social media. Learning a skill may not feel as enjoyable as watching endless videos. Saving money may not feel as satisfying as spending it immediately. But successful people understand something important. Short-term pleasure often creates long-term pain. Short-term sacrifice often creates long-term freedom. And that mindset changes everything. Human beings are heavily influenced by their environment. The people around you affect your beliefs, your habits, your standards, your expectations. If you spend time with people who constantly complain, eventually you will complain too. If you spend time with people who avoid responsibility, eventually you will do the same. But if you surround yourself with ambitious, positive, growth-oriented individuals, your mindset begins to change. You start thinking bigger. You start acting differently. You start expecting more from yourself. The environment you choose today helps shape the person you become tomorrow. Choose wisely. Most people overestimate what they can achieve in a month and underestimate what they can achieve in 5 years. They want immediate success, immediate money, immediate recognition, immediate transformation. When results don't come quickly, they become frustrated. Then they quit. Successful people understand the power of patience. They know meaningful goals take time. A tree takes years to grow. A business takes years to build. A strong body takes years to develop. A successful career takes years to create. Patience is not waiting passively. Patience is continuing to work while waiting, and that makes all the difference. One of the biggest differences between successful and unsuccessful people is responsibility. Unsuccessful people blame. They blame circumstances. They blame the economy. They blame their family. They blame luck. They blame everyone except themselves. Successful people think differently. Even when circumstances are unfair, they ask, "What can I do? What can I learn? How can I improve?" Taking responsibility gives you power. Blaming takes your power away. The moment you take ownership of your life, everything begins to change. The world is constantly changing. Skills become outdated. Industries evolve. Technology advances. People who stop learning eventually stop growing. Successful individuals are lifelong students. They read, they listen, they observe, they ask questions. They seek knowledge constantly because they understand that personal growth creates professional growth. The more valuable you become, the more opportunities appear. Learning is not an expense. It is an investment, and it pays dividends for life. Perhaps this is the biggest reason of all. Most people quit right before a breakthrough. They quit after a few failures. They quit after a few setbacks. They quit after a few disappointments. Imagine digging for gold. You dig every day. You become tired, frustrated, exhausted. Then you stop. Unknown to you, the gold was only 3 feet away. This happens in real life all the time. People quit businesses that were about to grow. They quit skills they were about to master. They quit dreams that were about to become reality. Persistence is often the hidden ingredient behind success. Keep going longer than most people are willing to, and you will achieve results most people never experience. The hidden truth about success. After everything we've discussed, what is the hidden truth? The hidden truth is that success is usually not about talent. It is not about luck. It is not about intelligence alone. Success is about becoming the kind of person who consistently does what others refuse to do. It is about clarity, discipline, patience, responsibility, learning, persistence. These qualities may not seem dramatic, but together they create extraordinary lives. The truth is that success leaves clues, and those clues have remained the same for generations. The people who follow them succeed. The people who ignore them struggle. The choice belongs to each of us. It is available to anyone willing to develop the habits, mindset, and discipline required to achieve it. Start small, stay consistent, keep learning, stay patient, and never stop moving forward. Because one day you will look back and realize that the success you once dreamed about was created by the small decisions you made every single day. Thank you for listening to Podcast FM Radio.